Hello, everyone. My name is Danielle, and I'm here giving you a bit of an update on the themes for June 2025. There is a bit of a split in the group energy. So either you will be feeling still a little bit stuck more in the springtime energy. It was kind of a cute analogy that I got. It was like you might be in a little bit of a scared bear or a nervous bear energy where you're not quite ready to go out there and be super social, get into that quick flowing, quick moving summer energy just yet. So you'll probably recognize that within yourself if you're feeling that way. You might still feeling a little drained, like you're needing more time to kind of come out of your cave before you enter the summer season. And then the other energy coming through is the busy beaver, just getting ready to be out there, be a little social butterfly, being of service to everyone. Your cup feels full, you feel very energetic, and you feel very ready for the summer season to begin. So I'm going to actually start with the sort of more nervous or scared bear energy. So just some guidance is coming through for this is that there is a continued need to just keep working on your self-care routines. If you're still feeling quite drained, it might be a sign that there is need for some more detox support. So literally physically helping those detox organs get the nutrition or the support that they are needing. You might want to look into that. Also, a call to help support your lymphatic drainage system. So, whether that is going and getting a lymph drainage massage, or maybe going online and finding like a lymph drain juice or lymph support juice you can be taking. A lot of this talks about how the physical body might actually be struggling, and that might be why you are feeling a little nervous about going into the higher energy that is required of the summer season if you live in the North Hemisphere, where day gets longer for us here. People come out of their caves, for lack of better words, and just really get busy, and the sleep schedules get smaller and smaller. So, there also was some message and some guidance here that if you are in this energy, you might want to really check out your house for maybe any seasonal pests, like if you've got I don't know, maybe some ants starting to show up or some other bugs that might be getting into the house, to take action now. Try to figure out where they're coming in. Just really like cleaning the environment to just get ahead of anything like that, as well as if checking out if you don't have some mold starting to form somewhere because the seal isn't quite right in a roof or something like that, or if you have some molds growing, say in your fridge, even, to just make sure you're clearing the stuff out. Because if your body's already struggling with having enough energy to come to the season, you just don't want any of those extra environmental strains on you that can be just like mold is not going to help you feel any better. It might enhance some allergens, some sneezing, some congestion, some inflammation. And it already feels like if you're in this energy, you're going to be struggling with that already. So it's just like a little message there to just check out what's going on in your actual environment. And if you might need to do a cleanup or a resealing of some things in your home. So some suggestions for this is just to really take a time to sit down with yourself and look at where can you get more self-care right now. Because unfortunately, if you're someone who's still feeling like you're needing more springtime energy, you are going to get forced into the summer season once July comes around. So it's really, really crucial that if you're already feeling very exhausted and burnt out, that you get that self-care routine down. You get the physical support you need, you get the energy support you need, you get maybe like the environmental support that you're needing, because unfortunately, once you get into July, the bear cannot stay in its cave. It's going to have to come out, and we're just wanting to have this be as easy of a transition for you as possible. So there is some messages that come through to um, emotionally why perhaps you're still in a burnout time. There could be a need to really get strong on those boundaries with people. if you might be burnt out still from maybe like some holiday seasons or even last summer. So, recognizing what kind of people are in your life that are not feeling reciprocal, that things are really draining, that when you think about going and asking for their help or giving them help, that you just feel more tired even thinking about it, getting really clear on if those relationships need to be in your life as much as they have been, if they can be cut out, or how you can manage those interactions with those people or those relationships so that you can get out of this more or less burnout period that you've been stuck in. This is very important because we do not want you living in a state of exhaustion for the whole year, for the whole season. So, yes, just doing whatever we can so that you can get as much relaxed rejuvenation in the month of June before, like I said, you're going to be forced to come into that summer energy by your environment and by just everything else that's going on. And just before we get into the other energy, I am just going to finish up talking about the scared bear energy. That a lot of it does really come back to um, like having challenging or difficult social interactions that make it very hard to want to come out and be social. So, recognizing that there is some kind of fear or pattern that you've had where it's been exhausting to have to get into this extroverted energy that the summer kind of pulls us into or requires of us to be into. Um, because getting rid of that fear of like thinking we're going to have to get burnt out again or interact with these people that are very draining will help even the body relax a bit more. Because it seems like there is a lot of stress coming out for people who might be very nervous about these social interactions that they might have to go into, and just like the past patterns of getting really exhausted from them and even burning out. So, really, really looking at the relationships to help set yourself free from this exhaustion. Okay, I'm gonna move into now the busy beaver energy. So if you're feeling very ready for summer, you're feeling very excited for more extroversion, more connections, more just being around your people, then this is your message for the month of June. Embrace your joy, embrace your pleasure, and there is a call to be a little less self-focused, a little less self-focused on self care and kind of like isolated self care, and come into more interactive self care, if that makes sense. So, doing things that bring you joy and pleasure with people who also get joy and pleasure from those things. Helping people out and being of service when it is aligned with your level of energy and with your schedule. So, it's still remembering that it's important to have your boundaries and your time constraints and prioritizing where you want to give your time, but also having that extra energy to be able to be of service to others. So if some friends are needing some help with moving, maybe you help them move. If a friend is going through a hard time, being able to be a listening ear because you just have this extra energy that is coming back to you as you are ready with the season and you have done all that self-care in the winter. It just feels very, very ready. Some physical supports that are coming through is just helping your body release any stuck energy that might still be in the hips after kind of being in a more slower pace time in the winter. So yoga is coming through pretty strongly, or just like a stretching routine. It doesn't have to be yoga, but just making sure you're really doing some side body stretching, really trying to move the energy that is, for lack of better words, stuck in the hips still. Also, because you are going into a very sacral chakra focused month, moving the hips will just help activate that sacral chakra. And if you want to do anything for your physical health, there is a lot of things coming through about just supporting your sexual health. So, whether that's like taking things to help with your hormone regulation, whether you're male or female, Could also look like perhaps seeing a doctor just to check if all your hormones or your testosterone levels or estrogen levels are where they should be. It's just really as it is like focused in that chakra center. It's just good to just check in and know what's going on there and help bring it any support that you can. Another great question you can just ask yourself throughout this month is what can I do that will bring me pleasure today? So that might be drinking like a really delicious drink, eating a meal that you have just been drooling over at the thought of all day, just spending time with good friends, or planning extra romantic and cute dates with the people that you love. It's just really how can you get more in that joy center, more in that pleasure center, more in that just playful energy. And it could also help to just take some actions around whatever makes you feel more confident in your body. So, if someone here has been always wanting to do a photo shoot for fun, this would be a great time to start planning something like that. Going on a trip with friends, planning an activity with friends, maybe just making more time for like activities, games, anything like that. It's a great time to start getting back into that more extroverted activities, doing things with groups or communities. You also might feel more called if you're in this busy beaver energy to spend more time outside. Just really staying grounded and connected is going to be a big theme. Connected in community, connected in body, connected with the environment around you. All those things will just keep help fueling this sort of creative phase that you're coming into. So, yeah, enjoy it. Enjoy it. It sounds like a blissful state for those who are ready to be in the summer energy. And for those who are feeling a little hesitant still to be quite ready for it, still feeling a bit drained, this is your time to really, really get into that self-care and really get focused on yourself because you really just need to support yourself right now. That should be your main focus. All right. This is all I have for you. Hopefully, that brought some insights on what to prepare yourself for, and I hope you enjoy the month of June.